What's crack-a-lackin', everybody? My name is Lakanrota, and I am back with the Master Grade Sinanju Stein Verka. Now, to start things off, this was an excellent build. This was, again, my first Master Grade and my first Verka, and it is a very, very good entry into it. It's not the most affordable entry into it, but it is very nice. The build itself, it doesn't get all that tedious. The main problem is if we come back to the back here, you have to build all 6 of these individual thrusters, and that got a little bit tedious. That was honestly probably my least favorite part of the build itself, but other than that, it was very nice to put together. The plastic was great to work with. Yeah, it was it was great. It does have, like, pretty much all Master Grades, I'm assuming. It does have a full inner frame. I will not show that off here because I am too afraid to take off all of this plastic. I'm too afraid to take all of that off because I don't want to damage it. But the inner frame is there. If you want to display it like that, you can. I'm just not going to. And now, before we get to accessories, I'd like to talk about this. The reason why he's holding his gun and not in the same fashion that I normally do, where they start off with nothing and I kind of come in with the accessories. That's because when I was breaking in these these hands, I kind of but I kind of damaged the finger right here. So now, if I were to take the gun on and off, his finger would be constantly falling off, and it would be a pain. So, for the first accessory, I'm actually going to come in here, and if we come in here, he does have a functioning cockpit, kind of. You can pull this forward, this piece forward, pull it up, and then pull this down, come in here. Don't know how well it comes across, but there is a pilot figure in there. I don't have a light around me other than the one that's above me, but there is a pilot figure in there, and there is one on the runner, which is in the box across the room, so I'm not gonna go get it. But there is a standing full frontal pilot figure, and there's a sitting one. You cannot remove the sitting one, but that's fine. I don't plan on doing that anyways. And something I noticed while building this is, if I were to take it, bump the camera, if I were to take it, turn to the side, that is just a screaming bird face. That's just what that is, and the back of the hand fell off. Another thing to note, this side, I don't know why, this side, the back of the hand just keeps popping off. I don't know why. I'm looking at the part right now. It doesn't look damaged in any way, and I don't think the hand is damaged for the cover, so I don't know what's up with that. Anyways, coming into the next accessory is you do get beam saber bits, and he does come with beam sabers, so you get the I guess beams for that, the effect parts for that, and the beam sabers are stored in the back of his forearm. So you come back here, pull this out and down, and right there you have the beam saber handle. Take that, pull it out, and you can take the effect part, plug it in, and there is a tab on here that you can swing either this side or to the other side, and you can take it, and there is a part right in his hand that you can pull out, and I will go do that right now. And back. It's easier to take it out off camera, but you can take this tab, which is normally inside the hand, and you can slide it out, so now you have this gap here and the tab here, and you can take the beam saber, and you have a slot here and a tab there, and you just line it up and you slot it into the hand. Whoop. And you can if you get the thumb around the right way. Curl the hands around it, and that actually looks pretty nice, and I might display it with that. That looks actually pretty nice. Yeah, you can wrap the fingers around like that. Take this out of the hand for now, because this is my only hand I can work with. Come on. There we go. Anyways, the next accessory is this gun here. Oh yeah, and the beam sabers, there's 2, so there's 1 stored in each forearm. Anyways, come here. Next accessory is this beam rifle. I don't know, but I haven't tried this. But I'm gonna take this beam effect part from the hilt. Try this, but no, they didn't. Dang, I was gonna see if you can actually have it look like it's firing. But yeah, this is a very nice rifle. I really like this rifle. This is probably the better set, the better weapon of the set. And yeah, it's all done up in this white plastic, and I think it's all just straight white with the gray breaking it up. It's very nice. It tabs into the hand the same way as... Oh, okay, well, the finger just popped off. See? Finger. He's gonna be fingerless for the rest of the video now. So, I'll just go ahead and show it with then. Knew that was gonna happen at some point. But yeah, this basically, it tabs in the same way, and it can go in either side. And it tabs in the same way as the beam sabers. So you basically just take it, do that, put the hand in kind of this configuration. Except if it had a hand, the full finger, it would be pointing straight forward. So put it in kind of that configuration. Take the rifle, and you slide the trigger finger through the hand, and there are slot and tab there. Works the same way as the other hand, and the tab and slot there. And you can slide it together. Kind of doing this off camera, because I gotta see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna do this off camera real quick. And I'm back. That took longer than expected because I tried to repair the finger, but that went horribly. So he's gonna be, again, fingerless for the rest of the review. Anyways, going back to the accessories. Comes with this bazooka, which I hate. Basically, it can extend here, and it's supposed to lock in. And you have this handle, flips down, and you can hold it here. Got the handle over here that flips out, and there's a cat in the background messing around with stuff. And shush! And you got this handle here that you can hold onto. Come back here, pull the stock out, and you have a removable ammo cartridge. Plug that back on. Basically, plug back on. Has this slot. I can never remember which one it is properly, but you have a slot here and a slot here and a single tab there. So one of the two. Yeah, the first one would probably make more sense actually. So yeah, you have a slot back here, goes onto the tab right back here, and you do it right, unlike I am. Plug it back on like that. But I hate this rifle. Bazooka, whatever. It is ugly, and I hate it. And then, lastly, you have the shield, which is a mainstay of the Sinanju. And it is done up. It is very nice. If you notice, I haven't put any of the water slide decals on because I don't want to take a day to do that before uploading this review. That is a lot of decals, and even the ones that I want to do, that would take me like a day to do all of them. So I'll pass. I have other reviews I have lined up that I want to do. So here we have the shield of the Sinanju, or the Sinanju Stein, and it is a very nice shield. This is one of the main draws to it for me. I don't have the standard high-grade shield on me, or not standard high-grade shield, the standard Sinanju shield near me so I can't do a comparison of the two, but the standard shield is basically, it looks like this, but it's a lot more rounded off, but it still has kind of like all these sharp points. Basically, it has a similar silhouette, but this one is more of a blocky design, while the standard Sinanju shield is more rounded off. And come underneath here, you have this panel here with some nice detailing, and you have these. I want to say they're rockets, I don't know what they are. And then come down here, and that looks like a barrel of some sorts. That could be like its grenade launcher, because I know on the standard Sinanju shield, it has a grenade launcher on the bottom that can be mounted onto a rifle. So put this on the guy himself. Take it. Let's extend this out. You have these two notches. There's one on each side. And there are a couple clips here. Take it and just clip it on. And it holds really securely. Pull that back up. Make sure it doesn't pop off in the process. I don't want to have to be doing all these accessories off camera. There we go. And that is a very, very nice Sinanju. Now, I believe he does come with an action base stand connector, but I forgot to bring my action base up here. So, no action base shots, but he does have an action base connector, and I think I forgot to trim it off the runner. But yeah, it just attaches same way as most other action base connectors. Come between here, come between his legs, clips on right in this slot here, and you basically take it, plug it on there, plug it onto the stand, and have him on a stand doing stand things. But honestly, that just, I probably won't display this guy on one because that's just cool as is. I don't need more cool in my life. So yeah, anyways, oh, one thing I want to mention, I want to mention the stickers. There are 3, and they're actually pretty nice. They're not terrible. You have this here, that's a sticker. And then if we come into the head, it'd be easier if I pull it off. Come into the head, you have the eyes right up there. It's not very well, I can't see that very well, oh well. Anyways, you have the eyes, in here are stickers. You can kinda sorta see it. Kinda. Almost. Kinda, anyways, and the chin here is a sticker. So, that is very nice. Anyways, back to articulation. The head is on a double ball joint. You have the ball joint in the head, and you have a ball joint in the base of the neck, so it gives some nice movement at the head. You can look left and right, about that far. It's a little limited by the collar. Up about that far, down about that far, side to side. Coming into the chest, no real chest articulation. It's kind of there, but it just snaps back to this position, which is okay. This is good enough for me. Arms are, I'm going to take the shield off for this. It's fine. Arms are on a hinge joint that is fairly tight. It will loosen up over time, but to start off with, it is a fairly tight hinge joint, and you can swing it outwards. It is on sort of a, swinging assembly, so you can swing it outwards, and you can kind of see the inner frame there. Now I gotta plug this back on. Arms can go out and up about that far. The shoulder pads, they move up and down on their own and fall off. That is my own fault though, because I am a ham-handed person. Anyways, so come in there, they can go up about that far, down about that far. Back, they can do full 360 depending on how you stay on. Depending on how you have the backpack oriented. Elbows can do almost 180 degrees. It has double joints in it. The forearm, I guess canister things, they're on a hinge here and a hinge up here, so you can bring it forward about that far and back about that far and collapse it all the way. Hands are fully articulated, so you have a ball joint here and a hinge joint. I think there's a hinge joint in there. But there's a ball joint, hinge joint, and then each of the fingers are on a ball joint at the base, and then a hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint. Coming in back to the waist, if I bring it out, its arms out, it does have a waist swivel. Take the backpack off for now, and the hand. The front skirts, they are, I believe they're on a ball joint. They are very loose though. Mine keep popping off. I don't know if that's just a problem with mine or a problem with the figure itself or the kit itself. So yeah, those are on a ball joint. They go out pretty far, which is nice. Side skirts are a bit limited though. So, like that. Oh, okay. They go out a lot further. I guess mine was just stuck. Anyways, side skirt can go about that far. Back skirts, about that far. So, you can get the full splits going on, I believe. Depending on how you orient things. No, you just run into the skirts popping off. Anyways, splits about that much. Come in here, and for the knee bend, it is a segmented knee bend, which is very nice, and I love that. So if we come in here, you have, it's double jointed, but if we bring it forward, see that when you bend the knee, it splits apart, and that just looks really, really nice. Anyways, this piece here is on a hinge joint, so you can bring it out, this thruster here. Same with this cover, that is on a hinge as well. And then these side thrusters are on a kind of this hinge system. I don't know what to call it, but there is a hinge in there and a hinge in here and a swivel where it connects, so you can have them pointing forward, pointing back, pointing upwards, or just the standard downwards. This part here moves forward to accommodate foot articulation, and there is no back piece except for that, which likes popping off. Feet are on a ball joint, I believe. No, they're just on a swivel system, so they have a swivel here. They have a pivot, which is about that far, or that far if you want to break his feet. No, dude, that's my ball. Come on. Anyways, toe bend is, thought I got more out of it. Oh well. Toes can bend about there, and then you can bend them up, and then up even more, so you can get them into a nice running pose. And yeah, fix him up real quick. Back, and we come back here. The fuel tanks, they are on a ball joint, so you can get full range of movement there. And each of these thruster bells are on ball joints, so you can get them oriented how you like. The top parts here, the top covers here are on a ball joint, so you can get wiggle waggle up and down. And yeah, and the bottoms of it is also on a ball joint, I believe. Yes, that likes to pop off. Put that back on, or not. It's gonna fight me. He's back, and the connecting pieces are on a ball joint at the backpack and a swivel at the thrusters themselves. Anyways, now for size comparisons, get him looking presentable at least. Anyways, for size comparisons, here we have it with the high grade AZ Gundam and the high grade Sinanju, the real grade gold frame and the real grade 00 Gundam, and the 1/100 full mechanics Bail. So yeah, overall, this was a fantastic kit, especially for being my first one. I absolutely love this thing. Again, the only downside, the only problem I had with the build itself was the thrusters, because it got a bit tedious since you have to build 6, and for me it's a little bit overkill when you have to build more than double of anything, because I mean obviously you got arms and legs, so I mean of course you got that, so that doesn't get tedious for me. The build itself was simple. It had you kind of layer the armor on as you went, so you went with the foot, and once you built the foot you put the armor on, and then lower leg you got the armor on, etc, etc. And it was a very, very good kit in my opinion. I picked this kit up from GeekIsUs. Again, I picked it up from GeekIsUs for about maybe, I think it was roughly like $80. I'm sure if you shop around you can get it for cheaper, but this is again a Master Grade Qan, so it is a bit more on the pricey side, but it is well worth it. Now there is the standard version of the Sinanju, and me personally, I would go with this if you were deciding between the Sinanju and the Sinanju Stein, I would say get this version of it, because with the Sinanju Stein, this is the only version you can get, is the Master Grade Qan. While with the regular Sinanju, like you can get the high grade. I'm sure there's a bunch of high grade versions of it. There's the real grade, there's a couple master grades. So I would say get this version, because this is the only version of the Stein that you can come across. But again, that is down to your own opinion. And if you prefer the red and gold of the Sinanju, that is fine. More power to you, get that kit. Either way, this kit is fantastic and I highly recommend it. So that about does it for me. I has been Lack and Rhoda, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.